Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Marvin and this is your tangible tip of the day for our EXP channel, which talks about experience, expertise, and exponential growth. Hope you guys love it. I love the love that you're showing the channel. It's amazing. Please keep showing that love with likes, subscriptions, and comments. So let's go ahead and get right to it. What is our topic of the day today? Today we're talking about selfishness. Is one of those things that I have a lot of experience with, and at the same time it's been something I've struggled with in my life. So finding that balance for me has been interesting. So really you have to decide for yourself if you're going to tiptoe this line of selfishness or if you're going to go all the way to one side. Gary Vaynerchuk is someone who talks about this regularly. He has gone all the way to one side of the spectrum with the selfishness. He literally does not care what his parents, wife, kids, anyone thinks of him. He's going to do exactly what it is that makes him him. Okay, he's going to stick to who he is. And I can completely understand how that would work for him, being completely true to who he is. So if you don't word it as selfish, you don't word it as I don't care, you word it as I'm true to myself, that makes more sense to me. Being true to yourself. And that's kind of where I'm going with this whole selfishness thing, is being true to who you are and true to your own happiness and being selfish in that manner, in that respect. I'm not meaning, holding everything to yourself and being selfish in that way. In what ways is it best to be selfish? Well, for one, I think when it comes to the approval of other people. Oftentimes we have friends who ask us to do things. Don't know what those things are, it could be really anything. But they ask us to do something that we don't exactly like. And I'll give you a couple examples in my own life. I used to enjoy going out a lot, not so much anymore. If I'm invited to go out and party, I guess you could say that's the word for it, go out and party, go out and hang at a club or something like that, it really does not interest me because I'm interested in growth and progression, and I just don't see myself growing and progressing at a club. That's just how it goes. So I also don't, my introverted nature, I also don't like being around or hanging with groups of people that I am not so familiar with. So I like hanging around a small familiar group, and then I'm completely extroverted in that group because they know me, I know them, and I can feel comfortable around them. Being in large crowds of people, I tend to just go introverted and not speak, not talk, kind of just be to myself. That is my nature. So when it comes to being asked to go out somewhere, I'm hesitant nowadays. As well as hanging out, just the friend saying, hey, can we just hang out and chill? Sure, we can, definitely. I'm all for hanging out and kicking it, but if we're gonna be talking about what we did 15 years ago, I don't wanna hang out. Sorry, like I just don't wanna talk about what we did when we were kids, don't wanna talk about what we did back in sports days, don't wanna talk about what we did 5 years ago, I don't care, to be honest with you. I really don't care. We can have great memories, we can have bad memories, we can have memories that we laugh at, and it's okay, of course, to take a few seconds and a few minutes to talk about those things, but when the conversation starts going for an hour or two, my social battery completely dies. I know that I have no patience for that kind of conversation. I don't want to engage in that conversation. What I want to talk about, and the whole reason I have this channel is kind of obvious, is I love talking about growth and getting better and learning from your experiences to do different and better things and always growing. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Let's talk about how we're going to get better and grow, okay? How we can make other people better. The past is the past. Okay, and we have to be able to let that go. Well, I have to be able to let that go. I don't want to talk about it. Maybe you do, but I don't. So that's my little rant. Sorry, that's my little rant on that. But it's very important to me that I'm able to say no to situations like that, because that is an hour or two wasted in my book. I just sat around and talked about the past for 2 hours. That's time wasted for me. So being able to say no to things like that, it takes a certain level of courage also, because you're dealing with the approval of the other person. And if you guys watched my video on overcoming your fears, you'll know that approval addiction is something that I have a very serious problem with. So I like the approval of other people, just like most of us do. It's hardwired into us to like the approval and need the approval of other people. We started off in tribes. So having the approval of that small tribe was completely necessary, and it's translated into our society today. Having the approval of those friends is very, very, very important to us. Saying no to those friends can seem like it's damaging the relationship. So here's where you really have a choice. And this is where happiness is not always fun. True happiness. And I'm not talking about happiness. I'm talking about true, I feel it here happiness. This is where it can get a little rough. You gotta let down sometimes the people that you love the most. I love my friends. I really do. Even though I'm introverted and I don't call, don't text often, I love my friends, and it sucks to let my friends down. I don't like letting my friends down. At the same time, I love myself, and I have to be able to look out for myself. I've got to live my life for me. I have to be able to deal with letting them down. And honestly, it's probably not even as bad as you think it's gonna be. Hey man, you want to come out tonight? Nah, I'm not feeling it tonight. All right, cool. That should be the response. Now, if that's not the response, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you're upset that I'm not going to be able to come out with you. But it's just the way it is. You don't want to participate in this? Nah, it doesn't really do anything for me. You sure? Yeah, I'm good. You really have to know yourself when it comes down to this whole selfishness thing. The reason why I'm a little bit cautious on taking it so far is because you can miss out on some good opportunities by being selfish. Some good experiences by being selfish. Here's a time when it may not be good to be selfish. Number one, if you're in a bad mood, if you're depressed or just overall down, you don't feel up to it, it may be best to not listen to yourself, because getting out and about could be the best thing for you, but you don't feel like doing it. So that's a time when listening to other people can be very helpful. And there's been many times where I've had the feeling of, I want to do it. But then afterwards, I said, I'm glad I came. And that's something you need to pay attention to and need to look out for. Those spontaneous opportunities that we may not feel all that up for in the moment, but once we get into it, it's awesome and it's the best experience we could have hoped for. That's where I'm a little bit hesitant to say, stay true to yourself all the time, 100%, always do what you want to do, because you may miss out on opportunities that other people see, but you don't see for yourself quite at the moment. So the tangible tip for this is going to be a little bit more difficult to work on, but I believe in you guys. I know you can do it. When somebody asks you, again, I don't know what it's going to be, to do something, participate in something, go somewhere, or do something, I want you to really sit down and analyze, is this what I want to do? Not, is this what I want to do to protect their feelings? Or is this what I want to do so that they feel good? Or is this what I want to do so that they don't have to go alone? Or is this what I want to do because whatever they have going on? Is it what I want to do because I want to do this? Literally, that should be what you're looking for. Am I doing this because it's what I want to do? And of course, you have to still uphold your responsibilities and all that good stuff. We are adults here, and we do have to go adulting in life and, get groceries done and handle our responsibilities. But in those moments of choice, are you picking what you want to do genuinely because you want to do it? And I'm willing to bet that that's going to lead to happiness for us. Judgment is a huge thing that a lot of us are worried about. We're worried about who's going to judge us, who's going to say this if we do something that we love to do. If you want to go become a photographer, you may be scared your family's going to say, oh, photographers don't make any money, it's too hard, blah, 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 blah. and we have to be okay with their judgment and still do what we want to do. So that's part of overcoming your fears, as well as being able to have that certain level of selfishness to where we believe in ourselves and we are going to accomplish what we want to do because we want to do it. Not, I'm going to do this because X person said this is what I need to do. And with that being said, this is a longer one. I got to end it. We're going to have a lot of editing to go for this one. But that is your tangible tip of the day. Be a little bit selfish. Pay attention to what you want and do it for the reasons that work for you. So that is all I have for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe on the video. See you guys later.